known in India as Tulsi Bhai.
I'm glad that our healthcare cooperation is growing from pharmaceuticals to hospitals and from traditional medicine to telemedicine. We are committed to strengthen
Our health security cooperation further.
from provisioning of new equipment in hospitals to capacity building to healthcare professionals. Honorable members, Ethiopia sits
At a crossroads of Africa, India stands at the heart of the Indian Ocean. We are natural partners in regional peace, security, and connectivity. Our commitment to mutual security becomes stronger with the signing of the Defense Cooperation Agreement earlier this year. This arrangement focuses on closer military cooperation. It includes collaboration. I take this opportunity to thank Ethiopia for your solidarity after the terrorist attack in India in Pahalgam in April. I also thank you for receiving our party parliamentary delegation so warmly and for affirming the commitment of zero tolerance towards terrorism. Honorable members, as vibrant and diverse democracies, we both understand that democracy is a way of life and it is a journey. It is shaped
sometimes by debate, sometimes by disagreement, but always by belief in the rule of law and the will of the people. Both our constitutions are reflects this spirit. India's constitution begins with the words, "We the people of India." Ethiopia's constitution begins with, "We the nations, nationalities and people of Ethiopia." Their message is the same. Our destiny is in our hands. This morning, I had the honor to lay a wreath at the Adwa Victory Monument. This monument is a timeless reminder of how Ethiopia's victory inspired the entire colonized world in its quest for dignity and freedom.
And in these times of conflict and uncertainty, it is a reminder that the people of the global south can stand up for themselves. Honorable members, Mahatma Gandhi gave us the concept of trusteeship. We do not own this beautiful planet and its resources. Instead, We are trustees who must take care of them and pass them to our children. The spirit of trusteeship that guides India's Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam, a tree for mother. A tree for mother initiative is also reflected in Ethiopia's Green Legacy Initiative. Both our nations believed in caring for Mother Earth. Both believe in giving back to nature. Together, let us work on renewable energy and green jobs. Let us work on disaster resilient infrastructure and biofuels. And let us raise a strong voice for climate justice. India will be happy to support Ethiopia's effort to give a powerful voice to the global south at COP32 in 2027. Honorable members, I am told that there is a saying in Ethiopia, when spider webs unite, they can tie up a lion. We too believe in India that मन मिले तो पर्वत भी रास्ता दे देते हैं. When hearts are united, even mountains give way. Indeed, solidarity is a strength and cooperation is power. And today, as nations of the global south, as ancient civilization, as friends, India and Ethiopia are standing together. We stand together as member of one family, and we work for a world that is more just, more equal, and more peaceful. It was here in Addis Ababa that the dreams of African unity found a home. I am told that many streets of this wonderful city are even named after African countries. On the other side of the Indian Ocean, it was in New Delhi that India was honored to welcome the African Union as a permanent member of the G20. Last year, we marked another historic step with the inclusion of Ethiopia as a full member of the BRICS. In fact, over the 11 years of my government, the connection between India and Africa has grown many-fold. During this period, we have exchanged more than 100 visits at the level of head of the states and governments. Honorable members, the global south
is writing its own destiny, and India and Ethiopia share a vision for it. Our vision is of a world where the global south rises not against anyone but for everyone. A world where development is fair, where technology is accessible, and where sovereignty is respected. A world where prosperity is shared and peace is defended. And a world where decision making reflects today's reality, not the world of 1945. Because the world cannot move forward if its system remains locked in the past. That is why India has emphasized a global development compact. It will prioritize technology sharing, affordable finance, capacity building, and trade of sustainable growth. That is why at the G20 summit in November, I called for an Africa Skill Multiplier Initiative to train 1 million trainers. It will build local capacities and help your efforts towards inclusive and sustainable development. Honorable members, my personal association with tea is well known, but it is impossible to come to Ethiopia and not mention coffee. It is one of your greatest gifts to the world. In an Ethiopian coffee ceremony, people sit together, time slows down, and friendship deepens.
In India too, a cup of tea is an invitation to talk, to share, to connect. And just like Ethiopian coffee and Indian tea, our friendship is brewing strongest. Today, I stand before you among sisters and brothers with a deep sense of gratitude and bright hope for the future. The future is calling, and
India and Ethiopia are ready to answer. Honorable members, as I conclude, I give you my word
that we will work together as equals. We will build together as partners. And we will succeed together as friends. Thank you for the honor of addressing this parliament. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your trust. Tabbaraku. Dena hunno. Am sagnalo. Thank you.
ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትር በዛሬው ዕለት በሁለቱ ምክር ቤቶች ስብሰባ ላይ ተገኝተው ንግግር በማድረግዎ በሁለቱ ምክር ቤቶች አባላትና በራሴ ስም ከፍተኛ ምስጋና እያቀረብኩ ክቡራን የምክር ቤት አባላት ከመቀመጫችን ተነስተን ሁለቱን ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትሮችን እንዲሸኛቸው በታላቅ አክብሮት ጠይቃለሁ።